Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to add a much-needed feature to our Twitch chat listener application, a desktop control panel. Instead of having our plugins run automatically on startup, we'll build a simple UI using Electron that lets us start and stop them with the click of a button. It's a great way to get more control over our app. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. First things first, let's build the user interface. We're working in our Electron projects index.html file. We'll replace the default Hello World content with a simple header and a field set for our controls. Inside the field set, we'll add two buttons, one with the ID start and one with stop. We'll also add a div with the ID progress to act as a loading indicator. Now for the front-end logic. In renderer.ts, our first challenge is figuring out which port our backend server is running on. Since Electron's main process and renderer process are separate, we can't just share a variable. We need to use inter-process communication, or IPC. To receive this securely, we use a preload script. In preload.ts, we use context bridge to expose a global Electron object to our renderer. This object will have one function, onPort, which sets up an IPC listener for that app port channel we just created. In our main process file, main.ts, after we start the server and get the port, we'll send it to our renderer using mainWindow.webcontents.send. We'll send it on a channel we'll call apport. I'm adding a small timeout here to make sure the window is ready to receive the message. Back in the renderer, we can now use window.electron.onPort to get the server port and store it in a variable. Once we have the port, we'll call an update function to check the status of our plugins and set the button states. This update function will make a post request to a new API endpoint we're about to create, /plugin/active. A pro tip here, instead of just relying on the HTTP response.ok, we'll inspect the JSON body for a specific flag, like plugins.active. This makes our front-end logic more robust. Based on the response, we'll enable or disable the start and stop buttons. Our first hurdle is a cross-origin resource sharing, or CORS error. Our Electron app is on a different origin than our local host server, so the browser will block requests by default. We'll fix this by adding an access control allow origin header with a wildcard value of to all our responses. Now, for our three new endpoints. First, /plugin/active will simply call a new isActive method on our plugin collection and return the result in a JSON object. Next, the /plugin/start endpoint. When this receives a post request, it will call plugin collection.load to initialize all our plugins. This is the same function that used to run on startup. Finally, /plugins/stop. This will call a new unload function that we'll need to create. And there we have it, a fully functional control panel for our application. We've used Electron's IPC to bridge the gap between our front-end and back-end, added new API endpoints to control the plugin lifecycle, and tied it all together in a simple UI. Thanks for coding along with me. Happy coding!